Good morning. Welcome to this new little video series that I'm going to be putting together for Novi Chi in the next however long it lasts, but hopefully a long time. So I just want to start out by saying that if I waited to be perfect, I would have never done anything. And so I know that this video is going to be not perfect, but I'm going to do my best to educate you just a little bit and to help you understand what you have with your Novi Chi system and to hopefully help you want to use it and to get healthy. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is I'm going to talk about immune system support. And immune system support is our number one selling protocol, and mostly because I want everybody to have it. And the reason I want everybody to have it is because of the healing properties that exist within it and all of the things that it does for every other protocol that you get to use from there on out. So I want to begin by telling you about the first frequency of this protocol. And the first frequency is called balance. And I hope that you can see that. I tried to do it another way and it just wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to figure out. And so it is what it is. Like I said, it's not perfect. So our balance frequency is about clearing your energy field. Now, everybody has a bubble of energy that they exist in, and it's called an energy field or an aura. And this particular aura that we all have is about, it goes about, if we were to look up here, about wrist high and wrist out and a little below our feet. And it's really our bubble of protection that we exist in. It's our field of what we emit, where we emit our energy to. And when this field gets cloudy, we get cloudy and we don't feel well. And so this particular frequency is to balance us in our field, to put a center in our field, to actually clear anything that doesn't belong to us that's in our field, and to actually pull our energy in if it's too big and to push it out if it's too small. So it's really finding that balancing place. And there's more about this frequency, but I'm going to just kind of go into the next page and we'll go from there. So the next page of this frequency, this protocol, is called the lung thoracic line. And with our immune system, okay, and this is according to traditional Chinese medicine, our lungs are the governing organ or meridian system, both, that support our immune system. So we think about this. So what is it telling us? You know, our breath, being able to breathe, is the number one food of life, okay? We have to be able to breathe. Some of us just take that for granted, just to be able to breathe. But it's the first thing we do on this planet, and it's going to be the last thing we do as we exhale. So it is really important that we breathe. It's super important that we're aware of our breath and that we actually use our breath to detoxify our body. So we'll get more into that in another session too, but I just want you to know that the second frequency on page 2 is about aligning the lungs. So when we put this alignment on our thoracic 3 vertebrae, and for those of you who have a system, it'd be great if you would follow along. But this thoracic 3 vertebrae is the vertebrae where the lungs branch, where the nerves branch out to the lungs. And so every single vertebrae around our body has what we call a dermatome area, where this particular dermatome is all of the nerves, all of the connective tissue, the muscles, everything that exists in this dermatome, when given this frequency of alignment, will actually align because of the intelligence that exists within the cells of the body. So even the lungs will align we don't think about alignment in Western medicine. We are starting to acknowledge that there is a structural body bag of connective tissue. In some circles, they call it the living matrix. In other circles, they say if you took all the skin off of you, your body would still be in this basic cellular skeletal pattern, holding it all together with this wonderful connective tissue that we have. And so when we use this dermatome, we're actually giving everything that's within that band around our body the frequency of alignment. And how would our lungs ever get out of alignment? Maybe if we were in a car accident, maybe if we lifted something really heavy above our head. But, you know, even so, our emotions can cause us to be downtrodden and to have things sink. And then also gravity, just plain gravity will pull things down. And so a lot of times, and with our illnesses, it's because our organs, our primary organs, are not in the correct position. They're not just right. So we want to give them the signal alignment and see if they will actually pay attention to that and to move. The third frequency in this particular protocol is called flow. And what that is increasing the microcirculation at a cellular level. So if we're breathing correctly, and I suggest everybody when they do this immune system support, take a few minutes, do some deep breathing, allow your body to be oxygenated, and know that even with this flow frequency, that you're increasing the microcirculation at a cellular level. Now, what does that mean, and why is that important? Because the microcirculation is about energy coming in at a cellular level and about energy being released at a cellular level. So we want to increase this microcirculation in order to have healing in our body. So that's what this third frequency does. Page 4 is vitality. Now, getting into some really good stuff, okay? So the vitality frequency is to, first of all, the point where we place it. So this is a sound frequency, and it is placed between our legs at the root chakra. Now this is an incredible place. According to the Hindu medicine, the Ayurvedic medicine, and according to traditional Chinese medicine as well, our root chakra has to do with our kidneys, and our kidneys have to do with bone support, okay? So we know that if our bones are healthy, we're young at any age, okay? Let me say that again. If our bones are healthy, we are young at any age. So this particular frequency at the root chakra is designed to stimulate the bone marrow, okay? We've actually done some bone density testing before and after with this particular protocol, and we're proud to say that we have been able to increase bone density with Novi-Chi. So why is that important? Well, it's important because when we increase bone density, what does that mean? What is the marrow of the bone? What is it actually? Well, it's red blood cells, it's white blood cells, it's T cells, it's immune cells, and it's stem cells. So when you are actually helping your bones, when you're actually projecting frequency into your bones, you're actually reversing the aging process, which is pretty cool and pretty fun. The other cool thing about that is that as we're activating the stem cells, okay, so as we're activating stem cells in our body, we're actually creating what we used to have when we were kids, when we'd fall down and scrape our knee, take a couple days, but then it'd be all scabbed over and healed up, right? when we'd break a bone, how long would it take? Well, as we age, those things take a lot longer. And it's because our bones are becoming hollow. We don't have the bone density that we used to have. We don't have this beautiful bone magic that happens with the stem cells like we used to. And so that's the purpose of this particular frequency, is to activate that and to get our bones healthy. Okay? Pretty excited. One more thing on that. I want you to know that our bones are pretty cool. When you feel something really deeply, when you feel inspired, when you feel that witness that you are right on, where do you feel it? Generally speaking, you feel it in your bones. You feel it up your spine, you feel it down your arms and in your bones, and then it reflects out to your skin and you get goosebumps. So anytime that we're doing feel good, anything, anytime that we're engaged in feel good activities, we're actually activating our bones. So keep doing that. Even if you never use Novichi, keep doing those feel good experiences. They're good for you. Okay? Okay, so on our next page of our immune system support is our pH balance. Okay, so as we know, pH balance is really, really important, especially when we're combating any kind of excess energy in the form of tumors or, the big C word. And we also know that it's just good to have your pH balanced just for general health. And so this particular frequency is the frequency of balanced pH. I'm not going to go too much further into that. Those of you who have studied pH and studied about using things such as baking soda or alkaline water, you have studied this extensively and you know what I'm talking about. All right, so the next frequency is a pulsating light frequency for liver support. So one of the things about the immune system support is now we're going to go into our powerhouse organs. Okay, so we have generating organs, which are our powerhouse organs, and we have our transport organs, which are our hollow organs. So our generating organs are the organs that are solid and visceral. So they have, they're solid organs like our heart, our kidneys, our spleen, our lungs, and our liver. So those are the 5 generating organs. So the first one that we're going to activate and stimulate here in the immune system support is the liver, and the frequency is called liver function, because the liver does so many things. It has about 88 functions. Yeah. And one of those functions is to provide food for the heart. Okay? So our liver is a very important organ. It's usually something that is pretty temperamental. It usually gets the brunt of things because it's our detoxifier, produces enzymes. It helps us to digest proteins so that we can think. The liver has a big, big job. And so this particular frequency gives it a dose of medicine and helps it to say, come on, liver. You're part of this generative organ buddy system, and we need you, okay? So our next particular frequency is called present time, and it is actually the heart point. It's a heart 7 point. And so our heart is responsible for so many things. It's a backup system to our immune system. It helps our digestive system. It supports our endocrine system. It supports our brain function and our brain chemistry. So we think of the heart as just like, okay, this beating organ. But when you think about all of the jobs that it does, it's pretty spectacular. And one of the things that helps us get in tune with present is our heartbeat. And so it goes hand in hand. When our heartbeat is in a steady, straight sort of rhythm, and we're paying attention to that, our heart rate and our breath, it can pull us right into the present moment. And one of the things that I have learned through tragedy and trauma is that even in the hardest of times, if we can come into the present moment and we can say, in this moment, I am okay. I'm still breathing. My heart's still beating, and I am okay. And pull us back into the present moment. It can give us that dose of energy of okayness. I'm okay. And that's what this particular frequency is about, and the point placement is the heart. Okay, we're already to page 8. And on page 8, we go to the points. Page 8. Excuse me, page 8 is right on our chakra 4, right here on our chakra 4. And this is called love connection. And so what this is doing is actually stimulating the heart chakra and the thymus gland to produce that feeling of love and connection. And this is so important that we feel connected. A lot of times that hollowness that we sometimes feel inside is we expect it to come from outside influence, but it's really about being connected to ourselves, connected to our Heavenly Father, connected to our Holy Spirit, and connected to our loved ones as well. And so when this heart chakra is open, we can connect and we can feel a love that flows from us. It's not so much about the love coming back in, because that just happens. And a lot of times when this is blocked off, we can't feel that love that's coming back in. But love is such an important energy for health and vitality. And so what this particular frequency is about love and connection. And what we have found is that when people are, what science has found is that when they do an autopsy, if that thymus is large, people have died instantly. And they've done some studies and they found out that these people had loving relationships, that they were okay with themselves, and when they were not, the thymus had shrunken and was small. And so this is actually to stimulate the thymus. It's actually to open the heart chakra. It's actually to get some flow from inside of you outward and feel connected. Okay? And the next page is immune balance, and that's all about these points up here. These are our lung alarm points, and that's actually to activate and stimulate your lungs and tell your body to breathe. Take it in, breathe, enjoy that air, enjoy that beautiful opportunity that we have to take in life and to receive. Okay? So the heart is giving, the lungs are receiving, and when we find that in perfect balance, then we have joy in our life. And that's what we want, and that builds a healthy, strong immune system. So you thought this was just about the body, but no, Chi is not just about the body. It's about the mind too, as we know. Page 10 is the energy integration. Okay, so when we put something on our thymus gland, like I said, we're stimulating our thymus gland. This is a light frequency, and this is about asking our body to hold. Okay, we put all these frequencies into it. We've balanced all of these major meridians that harmonize and join together as a beautiful team. And now we're saying to that, hold, hold. We would like you to hold. We'd like you to hold this. We'd like it to be a pattern that exists within us always, not just part of the time, but all of the time. And so when we have an integration, an energy integration at the end of a protocol, we're saying, hold this pattern. It's kind of our benediction. It's kind of our prayer that we hold what we've just done. And then on page 11, it's our ground frequency. Okay, so we've spent about an hour by now. We've put all these frequencies into our body. We've activated our bone marrow. We've stimulated our liver, our heart. We've actually activated our kidneys with our vitality frequency. We've done all those 5 powerhouse organs to harmonize them and to ask them to be a team for us. And now at the very end, we're going to ground ourselves, because it's not just about being, even though we got to be before we can do. It's about the doing. And if we're not grounded, then it's very difficult to do. Many of my friends and fellow healers have a difficult time grounding. And because of that, they are incredibly spiritual, gifted spiritual healers, but don't have the energy and not connected to the earth to really get the job done that they want to do here. So the ground is so important, and it's so important if you have a client that you're working on to make sure they're grounded before they go out the door, so that they can drive their car and be present in their car and, get home, get the next job done, whatever, okay? If you're using this protocol at night, it's your choice as to whether or not you want to ground before you go to bed. But it's important that if you're going to be up and cruising around, you're going to want to ground. So that's our immune system support. It's pretty wonderful, and it's pretty exciting for me to be able to share with you how wonderful it is. I enjoy Novichi. I cannot even imagine what my life would be without these frequencies. I thank God every day for being able to assist Him in bringing this to our planet. And I'm grateful for all of you who use these protocols. And I'm grateful to be on this video today. And I hope that you will push the like button and let me know you liked it, because I'd like to continue to do these videos for you if you like them. All right. Have a wonderful day. Lots and lots and lots of love to each of you. And we'll see you soon.